And Caleb stirred the people before Moses and said, "Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it." But the men that went up with him said, "We be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we." And they brought up an evil report of the land, which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, "The land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof, and all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the giant, the sons of Anak, which come of the giant, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight." And Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched this morning, there's something, the land, rent their clothes, and they speak unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, "The land which we passed through to search it is an exceeding good land. Hey, if the Lord delight in us, then we will bring us into this land. Then he will bring us onto this land and give it us. And the land which flows with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye against the Lord, neither fear the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Fear them no." Matthew 11, the verse 12. "And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of God suffered violence. The violent take it by force." Say, "Lord, favor me." It is common to see useless and hopeless people around. It is common to see people who are struggling to make it. By the end of the day, they couldn't. It is common to see an anointed potential people who are nothing at the end of their journey. It is common to see prominent people who are walking with barefooted. And even Solomon said it, that it is evil. I have seen it under this sun, that the wise men, those who are on the Lord's side, are walking as normal people, and those who are living any lifestyle, those who are on the devil's side, are riding on horses, and it is evil. If this morning you will listen to my voice and gather the pieces and begin to connect to God, your maker, and obey the set man in the house, I know some of you will become blessed at the end of everything. There's a mystery that I saw about most of the pastors that travel. Sometimes they have people that they can connive and take money from people. So sometimes they will go and come. When you care for, but they are doing another thing different altogether. But what the normal preacher now, who preach say you say if you have UK and a US here, I be preacher me no one counseling. Me hotels on my home. I will just obey the one that invited me. Or say me na me da. Me mom pay me we me bom paya mano. If there is any direction, na me ya mawa, I have to consult him, and he must be on my side or at my side and do that a contrary. This pastoral ethics. And no power, I don't have the right to sit down and say me counseling. Obrekuwa the engine the house on come. And no power, I don't have the right to get your number, say frame me and I miss shower her and all to show you baby I'm a damn whole day. No, Debbie. Me need right. Say and also a power. Member direction say direction I'm a diamano for science city no fabric me personal. I'm not quite sure Debbie. Obrekuwa you weave at him and count Yanisa. And we know me that one some me did you may then you me that one some. What's him pay every hotel, me pay every hotel. Me na me da. And we know a banesa. Say if we were down for the Sabia or so feeling more, not sorry, it will be a me fancy US, my ban Washington. Obi so ewo ebia New York. Now I down for we person we invite me. Now we need me. Me to be sorry preko penka say me call ne ncha ko preach obreko one man invitation. And you dey invite me. I say me catch say on kan kire wansa. So we catch na wo prenso I can go. I am good to come. But say one prenso I cannot go. And when you want what they will paper invite me, I'm a buyer. No, me be bien shawansa. Me di dio me ko mebo. Obi ba program ni bi. Na ministration yen fe. Na was person will invite me. Also di can consult wansa. So one consult no ba me change straight here. Make a chance say go and see the one that invited me. Or my me kwan there, I will follow you to your church. It ebane sa. Who we bibia na oba back to Ghana. Ni pane we invite you no. Kakra wodi beja kwan no. When the charge ticket man wo say one we try you. E be so ticket you ensu o the ja kwan. Wo de sa be back to Ghana. Yeah. Eto be wo say bia obeba no na waboka. I say wo ye suffer wo nya hwe wo Ghana ha. A wo ni hwe ye. Be say me ka say bi kiro. Na man wo ti ase say ya daje e dia ba ase na nye kwa. But some of the pastors, and this and that. And sometimes they have agent there, you have pass number the amount and you call. But hotel or nani pano or member no charge you, no bonfire the amount, and they can date some of the guests, sleep with them, get money, and when you do agree what can we sue which one, Obama wash put the amount. Obama Ghana no na canaba do. So these are some of the business here. Most and you win, but some of them. And sana also for be between them pempensoa. Like Okwabrocha, and ready to be shannon. Now we jumanache. Now I hear jumanache. Our sons and daughters are a blessing on. Why ye juma Ghana sassisum? I'm a radia blessing on. Ne jumano a peja edom. It's a ha and one or UK. Manchester and no one animal or a ma maybe within 20 years or 30 years in ministry will raise you home. Some of them will just come and meet Papa and bless Papa. It's a metia. Now be out. Sabia Sarah Morgan Abbey minimum and a waba. Ebi our team income or be bless me. My banny territory. Men are made to say this is my daughter. Or New York have my boy best rame. Sister Somesi, this is my son. Unya chino a program, I just come. Now, son of a sample person. Now, Unyuma a quachri. Unyuma a pecha in the pardon. Unyuma me comfort to point. Mama ye. It is a bejana no soft with you kuma or boase. A jana juma ho. The be a ho a baha. A betraha. The whole week. Near the preaching and the doom pie bomb. Now, my prayer pa a bayamea. Pastor Metro said, we came to do God's business. And the business is not self-interest, but to give you a place in the Lord, to give you a chance to exhibit whatever God has given to you. I'm coming to give you certain information about wow. And when we say, would be a useless person upon all and was that type of person. When you make it Abraham, Genesis 13, was silver pump for some 400 years. Before so because I message natural Abraham. Bible said, now I might Abraham raise the altar. ɔno awurade na apɔnte mmoa wɔpɛ tie wɔ direction bi ɔno mo a yɛde fiakomam bɛyɛ wɔ direction bi ɔno mo afɔre ka ho a awurade hyɛ dɛ mɛnhyɛ adeɛ wɔpɛ sɛ fa w'ebra na meyɛ wei ma awurade anto ama Abraham said, but for your mommy, from your own heart, but from the heart of God, God chose a new man. The person what they are pointing, what did you say? What did you say? Nanchi, what did you say? What did you say? What chair abuako? And if you do not want to deal, was when you are the pet from a foreigner raise the altar, a mammy. Abraham was yes, I didn't hear. Bible said, "Wa papa mwanimu." He directed how otuchana monom emano. O papa mwanimu tutu. Edi gwewie se rade mewe. Na bre gwewie me rade nya mewe no. Na wansra eni mpete ebedi namono. Na Abraham trase we enamono. Epamo ho mpete eni ho wansra. All because as a leader, as a father of nation, or bibi kese dia manema. So me trust sika ewura dwumadi wemu me trust ahode ewuram because of member bi benya fa hodi ebe shock you. Abraham owen aforiye no apra ho peti ene ho wansra ene ofa mu dai ene wale kasa kire say magia aforiye no mabawie awie na tie wakatue nie wase be kwankwasom 400 years bebe say a Christopher wo fia etie mi yie na mo ye serious wasibe kwankwasomu 400 years na wama kwatra asase a enyomo dia so na asase no so fo be panese wom we ya afori achinchire o a obi twen no information eba na after 400 years meyi wasifo afri sa asase no so ade o makọ asase a miedu ade apepe de ama wo na asase no nufusuo ene huo na efi wo so Satan Abraham no anwoye no oniba et erade isa so beka enkransasem akire Abraham wo kan sama ebu abam a wanya kefa dana obegya nyamesom but he accepted it by faith. Eti Matthias ya say ye bu Abraham say o ye ogidi ni no e sha say free ho Abraham information e be nyina e information emfe nkwansem an o jerewade di. Then he started the journey. Obewo Isaac bewo Jacob bewo 12. Out of 12 no and anuafo no ton Joseph e dey call Egypt. And the rade boshen eshasia. Yet a bro come see ya Israel, Jacob. Ya de welcome back fan called Egypt no. A one son of 400 years in the shasia. Homo quatra asasia and your modiaso. They served them for 400 years. The receiver of the prophecy died. They were Jacob's wuko. A binimo ekaye omukoye. But the new generation na buy no omo na ebresumo mo say ye yimu di mofi enkwasomo because abrabo na mo bon manual eda hom spiritual manual eda hom. I don't know when they were sister when they were home or penny when they were home ade echi na udware ese wo telecom market e shop when they were home wa brabo manual da hom a akontobo kese da hom osobu maruade. Bible say the Lord appointed Moses, as we know. Say, men fawa basaso, me Israel for free. And I always tell people, say, obi bia wo bon abrabo e wasase enye wo dia so ya kwa. The bear dey so benya evidence ase nyame ni munyam. Sunsun ba bia wo locate wo shebre. Se rade fa ma wo a wo nsan ka hwe free hoda. E be say no pa wo ekọ na utie sema meka no. Na biwie na mishra wa hu say Erade peso do ye bibi. Satan mo na Jacob ma 12 no onyankopon establish o mabusua. Say when Ruben abusua, Isaac abusua, Benjamin abusua. And Moses catch am say now you free Egypt. Ah ye ko boshe asase so. na Awurade ka kyerɛ mo sɛ mɛma makɔ home na makɔ so me ɛwɔ asase a memedi ama mo so. Ɛhɔ ɛna asɛm no hyɛ aseɛ. So in the process of time, Israel for edi Moses akyi as a leader de ɔmo kɔ no. And Moses said, we have seen so many miracles. And so many but I na ye kɔ ho no ɛyɛ asase. Na asase no nufusio and one was. What am I trying to say? With all the 400 years and kwasom no ya ma obia efie ya ma obia multiple visa but aketua efata nipa 12 ebusua 12 no ɛyɛ asase. And Moses choose nipa maku 12 ebusua bi abako sɛ monkɔ spy asase no monkɔ search asase no. Ebi sɛ kɔ ayɛ kɔ no yɛ de apefo yɛ de abatan yɛ de nkwala anenam eti moni kan kɔ search sɛ asase na Awurade kan ho asɛm kyerɛ yɛ no ɛwɔ hɔ no ma na ɛyɛ ready so a. When they went, Bible said they saw the land sɛ ɛda hɔ ɛso grace ɛso aduaba ɛyɛ fertile aduaba yɛ fɛ ɛso aduaba ɛdɛ. They even tasted ɔmo TB adie. But out of 12 tribe ebusua 12 no emu 10 at the bad report and the buyer. Na emu 10 the bad report buyer almost say you ko ho asase no all right. Na hye to me if you say ya koko ho giant enkrofo bi omo so wakyere yen e wasase no so do asase no eda ho eso duaba ya tibie de bi kura ni yen to me. And they started crying. The Bible said they wept because they saw the promise. They tasted a bit of the promise, but to possess all the promise, I am telling you, you must do a certain directions, and you must come out with your fear and possess it. Your program 1 week. Maybe shall say you be the Monday call. Obesransa na wedi. Be choni nti e be ba ne sa. Now what he says it's not about me receive it. But your requirement to be at if you need power evidence. Bible say na nipa ni nara abamubuye. Enu nti say one other bro to ebusua no wo information with the buyer no the whole family abamubu. It one you careful your attitude towards God, your lifestyle in this Christian life can disgrace and destroy the whole family. If God has blessed you and given you a chance to be part of Rehoboth Conference or to be part of Royal Prophet Ministry, you are blessed. But it doesn't guarantee you total blessing. You will not be a year requiring in China and then we now me say a radima was a bini will say me radin cow. Amen. Bible said now I'll be sending you nara everywhere. But naka ebusia mienua omonkrofon enkasaye. Then Caleb and Joshua, they came and they stood, Bible said, before the congregation, the church members. Israel was like a church, and when you enter Israel as a church, we have departmental, we have access, protocols, elders, your media, boom, Israel as a church or as a bushia. The Bible said some of the departments now were Israel, like prophetic arena. Can I talk to you? In the days of old, you got church in Israel. It is a who Israel was a church here. There were access instrumentalists. Most of them, almost the bad report on the buyer. I told you a best shock was ahead. May have been there before, and I know you're going through. Where the attitude of the access, the attitude of the elders, or money, no, maybe a boom. Now, when you're careful, Papa, the attitude of the group in the church can stop the assignment that God has given to you. We are believing God for signs of evidence, but it will never be given to you without this attribute. Bible said 2 12 no, they came and stood before the congregation and they said, never listen to the 10. They have problems. They have issues. On my brother experience and I encounter the promise. Say my own sight. The way you see yourself, when the Sasunya you will fail God and fail the man of God. If you see yourself, you are too busy for your work. Hey, that's why you see yourself. But God has different agenda for you. When the members see themselves that I don't have enough to give, no matter what you say, they won't give. What say? This is a mystery. You see, they are following you, praying with you. They are with you as elders, as pastors, as ushers, as protocols, as instrumentalists. But the way you see them as workers, they are not workers. You. If God has delighted in you, now I'm going to lead the truth to say, Abusian Domo Chen, Fahoko Dom prophetic arena. Now, Mefa was why you ye. Oh, by a night at show sake, Obusha ye dear crowd, or so for. The way you see yourself determine the public address. They forgot the milk and the honey, and they forgot the promises of God, and they were just looking at the attacks, the problems beside the promise. Mama catch your baby and Master said, baby, I know ye. So we'll give you chance here. I am telling you, the devil will give you pictures and work to do. People are too busy and they are just working toward whatever they see. You see, the way you see it, everybody who is out. And the people said, don't listen to them. The whole week, on my report, they are a walk. And their money, can you imagine, sir? 400 years, yeah. Yeah, Papa, no question, you know. You're free Egypt. We are across Red Sea. We have gone through process. I can't claim you, but you know. When they will bad report, ever say there. Will be out there bad report, ever say there. I want to be favor. Never need him from on the first. I will yes to Christ demon. Now, say, Papa, the report, the message, they are nagging, they are murmuring towards the attacks can destroy the whole church. And the Lord gave me a revelation that the congregation that are following us, they are the people that always cause the leaders to quit and to stop. Sometimes you see the promise, you are ready, but the people around you, their attitude towards the promise, they are nagging and they are murmuring towards the promise. Hey, when you vision, you are blessed or the work up, but the associate pastors, the prayer warriors, the ushers, the workers, sometimes you have to come here every day and make sure say be your order. The way you see the work, they don't see it like that too. He sent them to spy, to search, to make sure that things will become order. So to make things become order is not the pastor. You must commission the task to the leaders in the department. When you pass the information, it takes a worker, choir leader, a pastor to make sure say everything is set up. Because the papa is coming. Who is the papa? Papa Moses is coming. And we must set everything in order, so that he will project and make sure that he will lead us into the promise. But when obi on chebia no ehun ani so ni o onu hun ani so de bobra so nyame a obre o say ye de ye ni so no ye emebe wo wani so na hu say ye ashes wani so na hu say ye asofo. So the reason why I say who say we asofo, he is capable to do things by his own ideas. Because as a man of God, as a pastor, associate pastor, you see the person as an elder. It's elder there. According to Nyamia, she can preach or he can preach or teach and this. Sana wuhuno. But then this one, oh, and this up. It's a majority thing at the mouth. But the good news is said, no matter how if one person will rise up as a Rehoboth, if two people will rise up as a Rehoboth, they will conquer. But somehow tears say, Ube said, well, your actions, your attitude towards the promise of God, and can to share better to change, because who diagram God will kill you, and the people who will stand and use their mind, their faith, their substance, they will possess the land. That's a free energy. Neyebi ya mami hu me hu say me ntumi nye bibi. Erade boa me. Oh, erade boa me. Papa, I realized something say. Caleb, Bible said, was or Kenyai were reviving a domino. Let's say you can have a group of people as church. You need only one person who will stand in the name of the Lord and revive the people. Was ye bet to me? Ye bet to me akofa assassin. We saw the giant, but only your bread at the maye. Only your bread at the maye. We are powerful. The Lord is with us. So a group of people, some are saying maybe, some are saying adiana maya mebeno omo ye duane maye. The ase will be all maso biemno. And none of the other so for ha. Oh, come on. Hey. Do be one who said, oh, anything, oh, me bread, oh, me sofa. Men, my mention cry said, dear, officer at the wow be episode just and no now build me.